I want to say thank you to all of my Patreon supporters who help support the channel. Also, I want to say thank you to my Twitch subscribers. Help the channel out by donating or go to patreon.com. Thank you.
So yeah, I remember way back when I had this video, and I know a lot of people didn't actually pay attention to it, but if you remember this video where we have this gentleman, a Mr. Andrew Cobra Tate, and yeah, remember he was talking this bullshit. Here, where's my sound? Where is my sound? Where is my sound? He was talking this good bullshit.
Remember how this conversation started about superheroes, whatever. And I was talking about how all superhero movies are stupid and it's all bullshit, but the worst of them all is Spider-Man. Spider-Man is a bitch.
This motherfucker literally said that he can beat up Spider-Man. And you know, also with him admitting different shit in there.
I remember what it was. Oh yeah, that's it. If you're sitting this watching, they're barely boys. Look at these Spider-Men.
What did he say?
At least with Batman, I got Christian Bale.
I won't kill you.
What did he say? Where is it at? Let me see.
I'm not gonna say that. Can I say that?
Where is it? Because even in these early videos, and this is like somebody re-uploaded this video, but let me see if the transcripts are here. Show transcript. And Control F. Mary Jane. All right, let's go to this top step. Here, let's go.
Who's that bitch? Mary Jane Parker, some shit. You're Spider.
Now, he didn't realize that Mary Jane Parker meant that she married him. Obviously, he's fucking her, but
Spider-Man. And she still won't have sex with you.
It's not working. You and me.
What? What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, but I don't want her to know I'm Spider-Man. I want her to still think I'm a fucking nerd. If I was Spider-Man, you think that bitch wouldn't be sucking him fucking by hook or by crook? Well, bitch, I'm Spider-Man, come here. Let's just say, okay, if by some crazy twist of fate, she goes, no, I don't want to. I'm like, psst, what the fuck you talking about, no?
So, he is even admitting in this video that he did years ago that a woman's consent doesn't matter. So, let's look at what Vegeta has provided us with this the lawyer going over Tate telling on himself in his own videos. This should be interesting. Let's go. Speed it up first. No, come on now. Don't stop. No, stop.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, board-certified criminal defense lawyer. And today we're
Okay, all right. You got your credentials out. Come on, let's go.
reacting to some criticism I've received online. A lot of the supporters of Andrew Tate think I'm taking things out of context. But before we get to what we're going to talk about today, this episode is brought to you by, what do you think? eForms.com, perhaps? Absolutely. Let's say you're going into Tate.com. And I told you that Andrew Tate is going to be on the police blotter. So I wouldn't be surprised if down the line, guess who we see on the blotter? We see Mr. Tate. I knew he was. And it's not just because I don't like him. It has nothing to do with whether I like him or dislike him.
When a criminal lawyer is telling your ass, shut the fuck up, and you still don't shut the fuck up, and you're still talking shit, okay, on the internet, but let's go.
This is a legal analysis show, right? I mean, that's the thrust of it. And one of the things I talk about is self-snitching, right? And so, and one of the things that I was trying to comment on is that there's a treasure trove of stuff that he's put out there to show that he is probably guilty of the crimes that they're talking about. And all the stuff that he's put out there can be used against him, not taken out of context. So what is he charged with? He's charged with sex trafficking. And I would venture to bet that maybe even some tax stuff might come down the pike. We'll talk about that a little bit more.
And probably criminal enterprise with, Romanian mob who really runs his casinos. But let's go.
Trafficking, there's three unless you're dealing with underage, we don't have any evidence that anybody's underage, but we have three things: force, fraud, or coercion. Force, obviously, that's like being in chains and not being allowed to leave. Fraud, being kept there under false pretenses.
But she wanted to be there. She got a pizza at the pizza door.
There's an element of fraud in the way that you are enticing somebody or keeping somebody in a particular position to work for you. And if it's in the sex business, that's sex trafficking. Or coercion, threat of harm, or some other way to limit your movement. And so let's kind of...
But the girls love me, and they do it because they love me, and I'm their boyfriend.
Look at one of his very first videos that he did. These are his words, not my words. And I'm going to play it, and I'm not going to take it out of context. We'll play this. Let's just make sure I'm not taking things out of context.
When you say webcam company, people assume, oh, it's just a sex fest. But in reality, it's a shitload of people management. The HR category of the webcam business is the largest and most important thing. You're effectively taking girls, teaching them how to make unlimited money from home, and then making sure they give it all to you.
So you're making sure that you're teaching girls how to make a shit ton of money and give it all to you. Now, this is one of his first instructional videos. A lot of guys, he's got a lot of fans.
So he literally put out how to actually do the shit. And it's motherfucker. He's being a digital pimp. But let's go.
And a lot of guys think, oh, in order to have some wealth, you have to have a Bugatti, you have to do this, you have to do that.
A Bugatti.
In order to have wealth, you have to have self-pride. You have to know who you are as a person. And where do you get that from? You get that from building, as I've always said. So I do two things. I like to be motivation for younger guys and women for that matter, who are looking at maybe a possible direction in their career. So I like to motivate people in a very positive way. But the other thing I do is I do offer a legal analysis of what's going on here. Right off the bat, he tells you that his main goal is to have them work for him and him get all the money.
Webcam studios everywhere. There's one webcam studio down the road called Studio 20 with 100 rooms. 100 rooms. 8-hour shifts, 3 girls a day. That's 300 girls a day working, and they all work on LiveGasm. So if you're going to go on LiveGasm, you're going to be competing with big-time guys. And what you want to be competing with is people at home in their bedrooms. You don't want to be competing with serious businessmen, because I know for a fact, Studio 20, the owner of Studio 20 and the owner of the website itself, LiveGasm, are friends, and they've got some kind of backhander agreement. So all the Studio 20 girls appear high on the webpage.
So you're telling them, you're just letting us know that it's a manipulative game that you want in on. All right, let's go.
They appear at the top of the page. Obviously, if you're going to go on there, you don't want to scroll down to 10 pages to find a girl. You're going to go to the girls in the first row. All his girls appear high up because he's giving the guy a backhand. It's all this shady business. It's a huge competition market.
So you can see his main thrust is just making money.
Exactly.
How he does it, really. He's going to tell you in a second here the origin of the story. And he's repeated these same concepts through multiple interviews, right? Mm-hmm. And so when you say I'm taking things out of context, we've sourced this and sourced this and sourced this.
And those videos are still on YouTube. You can't access them. He can't access them. But those videos are still on YouTube. And even on fan channels like the one that I brought up with the Spider-Man video, those videos are still on YouTube.
And he's repeated it multiple times. It is something when you hear who he wants to compete. He doesn't want to compete with the main factories. He wants to compete with the girls that are at home. So that gives you an indication that he's going, it's like in nature, I suppose. You go after the weakest.
Now, I've told very shortly my story, how I kind of started my whole webcam business. I'll tell it again in detail here. I was fighting, I had some money. I had £70,000 in a safe in my...
One of our viewers had indicated that he's gotten most of his money from fighting.
No,
he had 70 grand, 70,000 euros or pounds or whatever he had, and that was it.
Bedroom in my house. I wanted to buy property in Thailand and move to Thailand. I needed 80,000, I was 10 grand short. And I thought I'd go to the casino and make the 10.
That's also telling. I'm going to go to the casino and try to make money when he's not even a gambler. You guys, stay away from the casino. There's a reason that they're so big.
Well, here's the thing. They're still better than the stock market.
Obviously, we all know how that story went. So I lost 30, so now I need 40. I needed it quickly. So I was sitting there trying to find a way to make money. So how can I make money? And what I did was, I said to Tristan, I'm literally not leaving my room until I wait for us to make more money. Because I can only fight so many times per year, and I know their income. So I got a pen and paper, and I was on YouTube, like researching, how people make money, what millionaires have, and they kept talking about assets. I was sitting there thinking, what assets do I have? You know, I'm trying to buy a property. I mean, I didn't own a property in the UK.
Now, think about the word asset. What is an asset? Well, I suppose this hat is an asset. It's not worth much.
Come on,
but
man.
It's,
Keep going. Stop.
It's really,
Stop.
the brand
Stop.
is
Just
worth
keep
a lot
going,
more
man.
than the hat is. But what is an asset? The office, the building, you know, your brand, those are assets.
Yeah, we know.
Things that you own are assets.
Yeah, we
I
know.
didn't pay any tax to anyone. I didn't want to pay taxes, so I didn't buy a house to confirm me. So I was like, what
And keep in mind, keep that tax theme in the back of your head.
Okay.
assets do I have? Like, I have a car, I have this, I have that. And then I realized I had about 5 girlfriends, all smoking hot. And females are an asset. Attractive females are absolutely
No, people are people. But just the way Andrew thinks. But let's go.
an asset. And if you disagree with me, walk in the club with 10 blondes, and you'll see who the most important guy in the club is. Fuck the champagne shows.
Who the fuck cares who the most important guy in the club is?
Children. That's who cares. His 14-year-old little children that follow him. That's who cares. But let's go.
The most insecure guy in the club, it's important to that guy. But it should never be important to you to be the most important guy in the club. What should be important to you is the people around you having their respect, but having their respect not because you're walking in there with 12 blondes.
I've walked in the club with 10 girls, and there's guys next to me doing champagne shows. Is anyone looking at their table or my table? I don't give a fuck about their table. Pussy is the most important driving force of this planet. Pussy is the only reason that empires were started and wars were waged.
I swear to God, like, if that's what you think, Andrew, you are fucking stupid.
The only reason all you guys are out there are even interested in having money. If there was no pussy about, you wouldn't care about having money. You'd say, oh, I'll have a little bit of money and I'll just play chess all day. I don't care, I'll play video games. The only reason we want cars and clothes and 6-packs and houses and shit is for girls.
No, dog. No. Actually, I don't want a lot of that shit. I want to be able to make a living off of motherfucking my art. YouTube, if they don't change the monetization rules. And having women around me is a plus, but it is not a necessity. And I fucking love sex. But let's go.
That is so simplistic.
Girls are the driving force. So when I realized I had all these assets, I had to find a way to monetize the assets.
Now remember, the assets, are something you own. He's got 5 women that he believes are his assets.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna make money off them.
I knew some street pimps. I've known them for a long time. Straight street pimping is completely... In fact, no, it's not completely different game. The psychological aspect is the same.
So now I'm not taking things out of context. He's saying the psychological aspect of what he's going to be doing is the exact same psychological aspect of street pimping, and that is control.
Of what we're going to do.
So what gets me is he says, I have 5 girlfriends. Let's pimp them in some form or fashion. Wow, that's telling.
The skill I'm going to teach you is exactly the same. I could easily translate mine to a street business, and you could easily street pimp with the things I'm going to teach you. I didn't want no one else fucking my girl. That's the truth. My girls. I want to fuck my girls. I want some other guy fucking my girls. What the fuck's going on that? So, long story short, blah, 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 blah. Discovered webcam and went from there. Flew all 5 girls in at once, sat them all down, so I've been going out with all of you. Here's the truth. Starting a business, you'll make money or not. 2 decided to stay. 3 started crying, got back on the plane, because they're all different places in the world. I had them when I was fighting, so I went and fought in Slovakia, got a girlfriend. Went and fought in France, got a girlfriend. Went and fought, so I had all the girls around the world. So I told them all to fly in, sat them all down together. Like, who the fuck are all these other girls? I was like, okay, truth time. Bang.
All these other girls probably think they're exclusive before they come to him, right? And now all of a sudden he lays the truth down on him. What is that's deception from the very beginning. His words, not mine.
I'm a G. I'm fucking you all.
I'm a G.
I'm going to start a business. You're all going to live here with me.
Top
3 got
G.
back on the plane. 2 decided to stay. 2 weeks later, 1 left. And so I was left with 1. But starting with 1 is good. But first 2 weeks, I fucked them together a few times.
The G, as he calls himself, started with 5, now he's down to 1. How much respect would you have for the 1 girl that's still standing there? The 4 girls, thank God that they had the sense. But really, who is the bigger man? Is the bigger man that's the fucking poser who walks into a club with 12 girls? Or is the bigger man who is the...
I mean, like, as somebody who's poly, who's had multiple partners at one time, I've been up front with the women that I talk to or that I interact with, and they know the situation, and I give them opportunity to say, no, I don't want to be part of that situation. But when you have to lie about it, how strong is your fucking game? All right, but that's neither here nor there.
The honorable guy who stands by his family, raises a family, has a decent job, goes to work every day, is solid. I'd rather go to a pub than a club any day. When you are that guy, not the G, but when you are a solid guy where you're there for your family, you're not trying to manipulate anybody, and you're a provider for your family, and you are a solid straight guy, that's the G. That's the person who's the real man.
Your goal is to inspire a girl to make money and give you the money.
Your goal is to rip her off. That's really what he's telling you. Those
That
are
is
his
true.
words. I'm not taking anything out of context. We're not chopping this up. This is his little seminar that
This
he was
is true.
pitching to all these guys out there who think he's got something to offer.
So the way you're going to do that is you have to have some element of influence. And you're going to have that element of influence through her respecting you, looking up to you, and her believing she needs you.
Now that is a critical thing. You know, the old pimps, what they would do is they'd find some young girl at the bus station. This is old school kind of thing, or go to the mall or whatever, and they shower them with gifts, and then they think they're the best, and you know, and these are chicks that don't have any self-esteem whatsoever, and then they start working for them, and then but it's a slow process. But it's a slow process of mind control and physical control with money, control with emotions, and actual physical control.
And this is
Exactly. That is the pimp formula. That is the pimp formula. But yeah, let's see what Andrew says.
extremely important. Because at the beginning, she will need you. But then she won't need you. But you have to keep that fallacy, keep that dream alive.
Fallacy. That's his word. His word. I'm not taking this out of context. So she'll need you at first, but then she won't. But you have to keep her convinced that she does need you. That's how you control. That's the control part. And it is a fallacy. And what is fallacy? Fraud.
She can't do this without you, to ensure that she doesn't do it without you. So this is what screen share is all about. Effectively, this is the way the business works. The girl sits on the camera. Now, when the girl is on camera, and you would have seen from my promotional video, that was at the height of my webcam empire. The blonde in that video I'm still with now. You'll see from there how we explain that there's people typing or pretending to be the girl 24 hours a day. So it hasn't got to be 24.
That part, I suppose, is fine in terms of a business model, but it's fraud. I mean, he's the one typing, and so you think you're getting all excited by something she's saying, and here you're really communicating with Andrew Tate.
But
So let's get this right, and I'm gonna cut this video because this is interesting. I'm gonna actually watch it later. But he is saying that instead of you thinking you're talking to a woman, you're literally talking to him or fucking Tristan. So you tugging your dick to what you think is a live picture of a woman, and it's really Andrew Tate. But he's top G. You know, he's also wildly homophobic. But he's having men talk to him about the dirty little things that he wants to do to them, or they want to do with him. Wow. That is interesting. And yeah, this is an interesting video. Thank you, Vegeta, for giving me this. We're gonna cut this segment here. I don't know why Tate's fans don't actually realize that he's literally put out his own epitaph of the shit that he does. He puts it out there, and I know you can say, oh, he's being a character, but out of the hundreds of videos that he's done, or dozens of videos that he's done, he keeps doing shit like this. And it's stupid. If you're defending Andrew Tate right now, then you purposely want to motherfucking be an asshole. But let's cut this video segment here, and yeah. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, and all that other shit.
If I gave myself the power